regarding the flow of priest king that Hawah says in Jeremiah chapter 30, David, whom I will raise up for them. Hold up, man. I still got my flashlight. They will serve Hawah their power, and David their king, whom I will raise up for them. Prester John controls and holds back the hijack, God named God, and controls the seen and unseen worlds. Where's your Jesus fit in if there's already a David controlling the seen and unseen worlds? Who different sources are saying is over 1,000 years old, fountain of youth, whom I will raise up for them. Search for Hawah and David. What does this search bring you? Closer to the reality of who's holding back the hijack, controlling the seen and unseen world. He impedes the penetration into his kingdom of lions and giants. Oh, it's mythology. It's mythological. Amen. You say all the kings, Xerxes, we're talking the Persian, we're talking Alexander the Great, we're talking the Roman Empire emperors, Ogier, the Danes, Denmark, and others visited the kingdom of the priest king, and there they were accorded legitimatization. They were legitimized. They were made real kings. They had to come to be a king of their land. They had to come see Prester John, priest king. To be a king today, you gotta go through the Pope, right? So who's hijacking? Now you gotta go through the Vatican, right? The Vatican, right? John's kingdom is named the Empire of the Great Khan. In mysterious and miraculous stories, that is the Khan Father. Now you got the Godfather, right? In Slavic, Vatican or Vatican, who sits in the center of the world. Vati is Vatu. And you're just talking the hijack, Genghis Khan or George. Someone who's hijacking a line of Davids, because he wants to be a David. So that's all it's looking like. He wants the Khan. But according to the script, when we talk Nebuchadnezzar, Most High gave him all the drop. He even had to drop over the wild animals. He had to drop over the dragons. The Most High, the Most High had he had a bone to pick with you around this time. And it was time for Prester John to step aside and let this land become what it is today. Because one day, man, one day, I will break his yoke from your neck and tear off your chains, and the strangers will never again enslave him. Who? Jacob. They will serve their power, and David their king, whom I will raise up for them. So Jacob, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Quickly, we talk about this Musa, or this, this George Muhammad. And let's see how this connects with Musa, Moshe. We're still on that Anam and David Moshe connection. And could this be a David versus Genghis connection that we're just, digging on? Let's go to 373. Check my notes out. Origin of Mohammedanism itself apparently is connected with the struggle of the brothers Musa, which is Moses, and Mehmed or Muhammad, between whom Tamerlane divided the legacy of Turkish Sultan Bayezid. In 1413, Musa was defeated and taken prisoner. Don't it sound like a reflection of this Genghis Khan Press John War? Where Genghis is Muhammad. Remember, he comes from Moab. Moab. My sister Jackie Anthony Drive. George. Alright, we got George. We got Georgie or Genghis. Georgie or Genghis or Muhammad Khan. Surfing away, just surfing away. Muhammad Khan, Georgie, Genghis, Musa, Moses, Moses. Rabbi Moshe ben Maimonides, also called Imran. Imran, a lot like Amram, right? Amram, the father of Moshe, the sinless man, also called Imran, father of Moshe, right? So when you got a Moshe, you got a Musa. Moses, Musa. Sephiring through, let's go. Moses, Musa. Moshe ben Maimonides, who wrote the what? Who wrote the code? Remember the Sefer HaMitzvot? And who else wrote the code? Anan ben David wrote the code. The same book in 770. Anan wrote the code of his order, Sefer HaMitzvot, the book of precepts. Okay. Come on, man. So Anan wrote the same code, Sefer HaMitzvot, that we dug on. We got the same drive from Moshe. Get all the drop. Sefer HaMitzvot, book of precepts, right? Jack City. Alright. They're trying to distract us, but we focus, man. Let's go. 770. Anan ben David wrote the code of his orders, Sefer HaMitzvot, book of precepts. Same book right here, Sefer HaMitzvot, book of precepts. But it's not 770 no more. Oh no, boss. He was born in 1135. Ain't that around the same? All this is happening at the same time. 12th century, right? And this is Moses Maimonides. And Moses is the one they're saying now. Maimonides is the one they're saying now. At the age of 33, wrote the Mishnah Torah. precepts that for Alman's woe. Just like Anam ben David in 770 wrote the code set for Alman's woe, book of precepts. Moses, David, Musa, Mansa Musa. Moses, Anam ben David, Musa. That's when I said once you connect the right layers, this is a Anan ben David and Joshua is his nephew. Could that make Joshua a son of David? According to that flow. And that's the flow you would need to go to understand the reflection popping off in the New Testament and the excellent new tuning that's popping with this son of David. Because we know that, if you just look at it on the surface, Joshua, son of Nun, it's not son of David, right? So before you say Joshua is Jesus, you got to make a case for both of them being the son of David. Because Jesus is an immaculate conception who's the son of nobody but the Creator. So how is he a son of David? And then Joshua is coming from Mary, right? Who's his pops. That's what you got to dig on, you see. You got to be willing to dig before you give anybody something that can't be framed or shaped. Other than that, it's a theory, not law. It's our investigation for a reason. Because we can put our theories out there, unabated, hijack free, just enjoy our investigation. And those on the sidelines can sit back and talk, all the Jabba Joneses. You know what I'm saying? We're just talking jam up Jabba Joneses. Can try to distract you from something that's really been a great flow, and then a flow that's brought plenty of, unsealing from the books. And this is taking us now to asking the right questions. Is Moses Musa? Is Moses David or a Ben David? And does this reflect a David on Genghis War? If Genghis is George and George is a Muhammad. Khan. We're just talking medieval history of the Israelites, man.